It was a Friday night, and my wife, Jessica, had invited me to a dinner with her co-workers and her boss, Michael, in Portland, Oregon. She said it was just a casual team dinner, but the way she dressed up, sleek black dress, red lipstick, and heels I hadn't seen in months, told me it was more than casual. I didn't think much of it. I was proud of her career, proud to be by her side. But that night, something changed. The restaurant was one of those upscale rooftop spots in downtown Portland. Soft jazz, candlelight, and expensive wine. As we sat down, I noticed Michael sitting directly across from Jessica. He was younger than me, in a sharp suit, with a fake smile and the kind of confidence that came from flirting with danger. Jessica laughed a bit too loudly at every joke he made. I felt a small knot tighten in my stomach. When the food came, the conversation turned toward relationships. Someone asked how long Jessica and I had been married. 7 years, I said proudly. Michael smirked and said, 7 years. That's about the time women start getting bored. The whole table laughed, including my wife. She even added, well, let's just say I've had to carry the excitement part myself lately. The laughter that followed burned deeper than I expected. She said it casually, but her tone was sharp. Playful in front of others, cruel in front of me. I forced a smile and took a sip of water to hide the flush in my face. My mind raced, but I stayed calm. I've been quiet my whole life, but silence doesn't mean weakness. Michael leaned in, smirking. You better step up, man. Jessica's a catch. Someone might steal her away. The table erupted again. Jessica giggled, brushing her hair behind her ear, pretending to be embarrassed. That was it. I'd had enough. I put my fork down, leaned back, and simply said, actually, Michael, that's funny coming from a man who's been sleeping with his assistant for the last 4 months. The laughter froze. Forks stopped midair. Jessica's smile vanished. Michael's face drained of color. The assistant, sitting 2 seats away, turned white as a sheet. The silence that followed was heavy, like the air itself didn't want to move. I'd found out about Michael's affair weeks ago from a client of mine. I hadn't planned to use it, but they brought this on themselves. Jessica whispered harshly, what the hell are you doing? I turned to her, calm as ever. Just joining in the fun, honey. You said I needed to loosen up. The table was dead quiet. Someone excused themselves awkwardly. Michael stammered, you don't know what you're talking about. I smiled. Oh, I do. The private dinners, the hotel receipts from the Benson Hotel, and the photos. I've seen them all. Michael pushed back his chair, muttering something about needing air, and walked off, red-faced. Jessica sat frozen, her eyes darting between me and the others. I leaned close to her and whispered, you made fun of me in front of people, but I came here to protect you. You've just embarrassed your boss. Congratulations. When we got home to Beaverton, Oregon, she started crying, apologizing, saying she didn't mean it. But I didn't say a word. I simply handed her a printed copy of the text messages between her and Michael. Her face went pale. She tried to deny it at first, but I could see the truth written all over her. That's when she realized I hadn't just found out about Michael's affair, I'd found out about hers too. I had installed recovery software on her old phone weeks ago when things started to feel off. The late nights, sudden work trips, and cold hugs made sense now. She had been mocking me not just as a joke, but to hide her own guilt. I told her quietly, you didn't just humiliate me tonight, Jessica. You buried your own marriage. The next morning, she woke up to find her clothes packed, her credit cards canceled, and divorce papers on the kitchen counter. I'd already emailed Michael's wife, Laura, attaching everything she needed to know. Within hours, the news spread through the company like wildfire. Michael was suspended, pending investigation. Jessica lost her job 2 days later for unprofessional conduct. A week later, she called me, begging for forgiveness, saying she'd made a mistake. I told her the truth. You didn't make a mistake. You made a choice over and over again. Then I hung up. That was the last time we ever spoke. Months passed. I started rebuilding my business, my peace, my self-respect. Every man at that dinner who once laughed now avoided meeting my eyes. They knew I wasn't the quiet fool they thought I was. I wasn't weak, I was patient. And patience can be more dangerous than rage. The irony. Laura reached out later to thank me. She left Michael, took half of everything and said, "You handled it better than I would have." Maybe, but that night at dinner taught me one thing. Sometimes silence isn't weakness. It's the calm before the storm.